Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Dumbo. Yes, the 2019 version, not the cartoon. It has Danny DeVito in it. It has, I guess any movie about a circus should have Danny DeVito in it. Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, and Eva Green are all in this one. So, pretty interested to see it. 6.4 if you don't know the story of Dumbo. Essentially it's an elephant with really big ears that allows him to fly. And he joins the circus, where he is the featured entertainer, and then I think things start to go south on, poor old Dumbo. I know it's not one of the best stories in the world. I couldn't convince my wife to bring the kids down and watch it because I do think there's some sadness in it. I don't remember it myself, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into it, watch a little bit of it, tell you a little bit more about the plot, if it's any different than what we have just talked about, and let you know what I think. Tim Burton directed this, so that should be interesting, I think, and IMDb has only given it a 6.4. So here we go. I'll check it out for you and let you know if it's worth watching. So stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Dumbo. We're at the 1 hour 14 minute and 8 second mark. Pretty late for a check-in, but I think that goes for the say something about the movie. It kind of, before you know it, time has passed by. So it's got to be somewhat interesting that it doesn't drag on. It keeps you interested, which I think is really good. So learning a little bit more about Dumbo. We know he has big ears and he can fly, but what they've done is Colin Farrell comes back from the war. He has 2 kids, and the 2 kids, are kind of taking care of Dumbo. And Danny DeVito is the ringmaster of that circus and gets him into the show and stuff like that, and he's a sensation. But it's the build up, the learning of him. How does he discover how he can fly and all that kind of stuff? So that's all involved in here. And then Dumbo has a mother, and they kind of get separated at the circus, and that's going to play a pretty big role in the rest of the film. But then in comes Michael Keaton's character, V.A. Vanderveer, and basically he owns Coney Island. There's like some, big, extravagant circus type playground, and he wants to take Dumbo, essentially. But instead of just taking Dumbo, he makes Danny DeVito his partner in this whole big world. But he's kind of like a silent partner, just so he can take the talent away. But he brings everybody with him. But of course he's more about making it all happen rather than caring for any type of animal, especially relationships and stuff like that. So he's more of a businessman. So you can kind of understand what's going on from that sense. So that's where we are. They are now all caught up in this Michael Keaton's or V.A. Vanderveer's play world. And he's putting stress on everybody else because he wants Dumbo to do certain things, whatever, so on and so forth. You get it. That's sad. There's no sadness yet, like I thought there'd be. I like Danny DeVito. At first I didn't think I was going to, but then you kind of like him a little bit more. And Colin Farrell's character, I like him. One I don't like is Michael Keaton. You don't like to see Batman in a bad light, and I think that's where it kind of is. He's kind of odd. It's almost like a Johnny Depp kind of role. You kind of expect that from Tim Burton, but it's Michael Keaton. So I wonder if they even tried to get Johnny Depp in that kind of role, and you could see him in there. But that's where we are so far. I just want to do a quick check-in. I think the biggest takeaway is I was fully immersed in this film for over an hour, not realizing, this is how far along we are. So yeah, I like it so far. And that's it. Alright, I'm going to get back into it here because I don't have much else to tell you. But now you have a better idea of the plot if you didn't know what Dumbo was about beforehand. And I'll see you at the credits and let you know my final thoughts. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Dumbo, and not much else to tell. I think you have a good idea of what happens in Dumbo. I think it's more about what did I think about the film, and ultimately, as I said when I first checked in, I was really immersed in the film that all the time went by and I didn't even realize it. So I liked it So I like the story. I like seeing the way that Tim Burton, his version of Dumbo, and I don't think Tim Burton did anything wrong. You know, sometimes, you know, you could do the Nightmare Before Christmas kind of stuff. That really didn't happen here. You know, I thought his story was good. Nothing, you know, too far from the original, I don't think. So I enjoyed that. The thing that, the piece of it, I told you, my wife said, we don't want to watch it, it's going to be sad. I think it's sad. I think, for me, the piece of it that you know, that was missing for me was the connection to Dumbo. While I didn't want Dumbo to get hurt or anything like that, I didn't care. I didn't find myself falling in love with Dumbo. And, you know, the kids were nice too, but again, I didn't feel, there's no connection for me. So, you know, whatever was going to happen at the end of this movie, I was like, whatever, you know. I don't know I think it's connection is the word I'm looking for, but I didn't feel it there, you know. I wasn't bought in, or I wasn't as immersed into Dumbo, the character, as I was the movie, you know. That's the piece of it. I didn't care for it's not like I didn't care for them. No emotional bond between me and any of the characters in this movie, and I think that's the failure point in this one. I think, you know, when you create Dumbo, everybody wants to be like, oh, Dumbo, I want to go out and buy a stuffed animal called Dumbo, and whatever happens, happens. If it's going to be sad, you're going to be sad. If it's going to be happy, you're going to be happy. I didn't have that emotional connection to anybody in this movie, and I think that's the fault of it. You tell Dumbo any way you want, that's it. I also thought it was maybe because it's a little weird looking, the real life Dumbo, as opposed to maybe the cartoon. But that's it. That's all I got for you. They're my thoughts on the movie. Plot, okay. Emotional connection, not. Summarized it right there. So if you checked it out, let me know what you thought. Love to hear your thoughts on the film. And I'll put a link in it down below in case you want to watch it on demand. I watched it on Prime here. And I'll also put a link to the Blu-ray in case maybe you really like it and you want to buy it. Do it from my link. Thanks. And hit the like button. And tell all your friends to join Kimmel's Irish Pub. And come back again next time. I'll see you.